Earlier, I have mentioned that the dose-response relationship of a drug is again a very important part of the pharmacodynamic properties of the drug. When we are speaking in terms of dose-response relationship, what we actually like to look at is the graded dose-response relationship. But first of all, what is a dose-response curve? When we are plotting the responses to the different doses of a drug, we get a curve which is obviously very creatively called a dose-response curve. And then what is a graded dose-response curve? Now, things may seem a bit intimidating when we introduce a term graded, but it's very easy. It is simply what it stands for. Graded means when we are arranging things according to a particular order, most commonly ascending order. So we get a gradation. In a graded dose response curve, we are actually selecting the doses in such an order so that we can get a gradation of responses. We can get responses in a graded manner. Now, if we just take on the different doses of a drug in an ascending or graded manner according to a arithmetic progression, we will get a curve, obviously. Let's say you are taking 1 milligram dose of a drug. After that, you are giving 2 milligram, then 3 milligram, 4 milligram. You are going to get a graded response there, but the ultimate curve will be a rectangular hyperbola. Now, this kind of curve has one problem, that it is not very easy to understand a relationship between two variables from this type of curve by just looking at them. And secondly, what if a drug starts producing response from a very low dose of 1 milligram, and then as we keep on increasing the doses of the drug, the response continues to increase even up to a level of 500 milligram or 1000 milligram of the drug. Then we will have to give 500 or 1000 doses of the drug, and it is not possible to accommodate all those 500 or 1000 doses in a single graph paper. We will be running out of the paper soon. So to circumvent this problem, what we do, we would like to take a logarithm of the doses. Now, if you want to take a logarithm of the doses, the best way would be not to go by a arithmetic progression of doses, but to select doses in geometric progression. For example, if we start with 2 milligram, after that we would select 4 milligram dose, then 8 milligram, then 16 milligram. Just think about the different capacities of your memory card. So basically, when we are taking these geometric progression of doses, you have noticed that we are taking the doses in multiples of 2. So if we take a logarithm of 2 or logarithm to the base 2, the whole dose section of this curve will come down to 1, 2, 3, 4 and like that. And more importantly, we can compress a large range of doses in a single graph paper, in a single diagram. And very importantly, as we can see, the rectangular hyperbola that was what we got earlier now becomes a sigmoid shaped curve, and the middle 1/3 of this curve is now more or less linear, where we can safely say that the response is more or less proportional to the dose. So what are the advantages of log dose response curve then? So first of all, as we have already seen, that in the log dose response curve, the middle portion of the curve, that is from 30% to 70% of the curve, becomes a straight line. So here the response becomes more or less proportional to dose. So the dose response relationship can be much easily studied. And secondly, as we've already discussed, that we can examine a wide range of doses if we take the logarithm of doses. And finally, in this kind of curve, the study of various agonists and effects of various antagonists become much more easier and intuitive.